In this video, we're going to talk about the Clinger cushions from Clinger Holsters. Coming up. So for the last 4.5 years, this has been my holster setup. This is a light draw from Vetter Holsters, and this is their MagTuck. This setup is for the P365, the standard size, with a TLR6 and an optics cut. Now, of course, this would not be a DIY channel if I didn't have to make my own adjustments to the holster to make it work for me. Now, here's an up-close look of the light draw holster that I've been using. I did have to make some adjustments here, but if you want to see the adjustments that I had to make to the holster and specifically this clip, leave a comment below and I'll do a full review on the holster itself. On the back side here, I've been using a Clinger cushion from Clinger Holster to make it just a little bit more comfortable. And I think at the time they only had one size. I'm not entirely positive. I don't remember because that was 4.5 years ago. But this is the size that I got, and you can see that part of the pistol is exposed on the back side here. And I have aftermarket sights on here. These are the XS F8 night sights. These are slightly taller than your factory height sights, but they're not full suppressor height sights. I think that they're a great in between and gives you a great sight picture through a red dot. A lot of times, even when you're using the notch in the red dot itself, the iron sights are at the very, very bottom and you can barely just make it out at the front, and I don't think that they are that great set up like that. That's my personal opinion, and this works best for me. If you're curious about these sights, I will leave an Amazon link below. That's where I bought them, and these are great. They have a little bit of a tritium dot in the rear sight, and then the front sight has an orange dot as well as tritium. And you can see how high they are. They are definitely higher than your factory sights, but I don't feel like they're like full suppressor height. And I think that they're a great choice. I've loved them. However, now we're running to the issue that I have been dealing with lately. This rear sight is really sharp. It's quite sharp. And so when I'm carrying it like this and I'm not wearing two shirts with one underneath, and it is Phoenix, it is regularly above 110 degrees during the summer. And do you really want to be wearing two shirts just to give yourself some protection from that? I know I don't, so I don't. But that sight is pretty sharp. So if I do any sort of bending, if I kneel down or anything like that, that sight is actually digging into the skin on my stomach here. And no, I am not big by any means, and if you had some extra fluff here, that could be exaggerated. So I thought about taking the cushion and shifting it up to kind of cover the sight, but then the bottom edge of the holster was going to be exposed, and then that'd be digging into my thigh. And I figured I would check their website to see if there was another option, and there was. So again, I don't remember if there was just one size when I ordered it, but there are now 3 sizes. So I have the smallest one on that holster, and I believe that is rated at 6 inches. They now have a 7 1/4, and they have an 8-inch. Full disclosure, I guess I should have started with it. Vetter didn't send me the holster. They're not paying me to do a video. Neither is Clinger. They are not paying me. However, I did reach out to them and I said I was going to order another Clinger cushion and I was going to do a video. So they sent me this one. So I paid for this one. They sent me this one, which is the large one, in exchange for an honest review. So that's my full disclosure. So paid for this one and they sent me this one. But that by no means is going to keep me from giving you an honest review, and obviously I like it, otherwise I wouldn't be ordering another one. I've been using that one for 4.5 years and I decided to get another one. So what we have in the package, we have the cushion. It comes with Velcro dots, and it comes with an alcohol prep pad to clean the surface so that your dots are going to stick to your given holster better. Now on my holster, I chose not to use those dots. I just feel like it wasn't enough. Do they work? Probably. I never tried it with the dots. What I did, and this thing has been on here for 4.5 years and I haven't moved it, so it's got a hold. It's definitely got a grip on it. So I used a larger piece of hook and loop, or more generically, Velcro. It gives more surface area to connect to, and I could cover this entire back side with it. The additional idea or thought behind using this was if maybe I could just use the hook and loop and not use the holster pad at all. So I used a larger piece. I don't think that I really need to go with a larger piece. I've never had it shift. Obviously, it did not come off very easily. Maybe kind of grossed out here, but this is what it's looking like. This is gonna sound even grosser, but I have never washed this in 4.5 years, and it is Phoenix, again, hot. I'm gonna do something here that might gross you. It doesn't smell. It doesn't stink. I am very surprised. I was scared to smell it because I thought that it was going to smell quite horribly, and it doesn't. I mean, obviously this one smells new, but after 4.5 years of carrying it in my crotch and in Phoenix, it doesn't smell. I am very, very surprised at that, and kind of pleased. So let's see if we can get this one positioned on here. Since this is going as a holster pad, this is a pad, this is going on a holster. YouTube, this shouldn't count as modifying a firearm. I'm not doing a dang thing to the gun. So yeah. I'm trying to land this basically where I had the other one. And my OCD is making me take the time. So I have it positioned on here, and it is covering the back sight here, so it should protect me from that. And it's even covering part of the sight, so that shouldn't be digging into me at all. But I do think that I'm gonna add some more. It is a little floppy here. Will it be an issue? Probably not, but I have the Velcro, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw that on there. I'm just gonna cut it to shape, and so that we can get a better hold on it. So I figured I might as well show some of you out there how I'm doing this, because it might give you some pointers. First of all, I got a roll of Velcro off from Amazon. It actually comes with 2 rolls. This is the soft-sided, and then the hook side of it is it's still in the other room, but it comes in a big thing like this. If I can find it again, I will leave a link to this in the description as well. I like having this on hand because I've used it on various projects. I use it all the time. So something like this is good to have for more projects than just this. So I want to add Velcro to this top half here. So I took my piece and kind of followed the edge up this side here. But then, since we have a white back here, I trace the outline of it, and then we're gonna cut it out like that. And because this is a DIY channel, I wanna give you another pointer. When you are cutting adhesive with scissors like this, a lot of time you get that adhesive on the scissors, and you can really gum them up, and I wouldn't say ruin them, but it's gonna make them really difficult to use. So I highly suggest keeping some Goo Gone or Goof Off around, because it is great for getting adhesive off and many other things, getting sap off. I even take this camping with me because I'll get sap from pine trees on me, and this will take it off, soap will not, and it lasts forever. I've had this for I don't even know how long, and you can see how much I've used out of it. Just a little suggestion, little tip, trick, whatever. Now that we have the additional Velcro on there, it is holding really well. It's gonna bite even more wearing it throughout time, it's gonna dig into that Velcro even more and hold on really nicely. I have no doubt that we won't have any issues. Now here's my one critique, and I'm just calling it a critique. It's not a complaint, just because it's something that I can take care of. And it's this tag right here. I am not a fan because it's very pokey. As you can see on this one, I cut it off and we didn't have any issues. So that's what I'm gonna go ahead and do to this one, and then it should be just fine. So this is the P365 setup with the Vetter holster. And now I have the 7 1/4 inch pad on here, but this is the 8-inch pad. And if we were to put that on there, let's line up the bottom, you can see how much bigger it would be compared to the 7 1/4. So the 8-inch is gonna be better for some larger firearms, maybe like the P365 XL, or even bigger than that, maybe like your Staccatos out there. I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank on some of the larger or longer slide guns that you might need this for, maybe like Glock 17 or something with a longer slide. This is going to be great for that. I find that the 7 1/4 is going to be best for my setup, and I'm thinking, if you've seen the Bodyguard 2.0 videos that I've done recently, after holding it, I still haven't shot it, but after holding it, I am considering getting a holster for it and trying that out as an EDC. I'm really loving that gun, and I told you that it's gonna take a lot to dethrone the P365, but I am considering giving the Bodyguard 2.0 a try, at least from time to time. And I think that this little guy will be perfect for that, and then I can just retire it to that holster, or transfer it, not retire it, whatever. But hopefully that kind of gives you an idea on the different sizes. Now, at the time that I went to go and order the larger size, Vetter just came out with their own holster pad. I did get one of those. I'm gonna try it out, see how I like it. I had to pay for it, but we are gonna give that a try. I will do a video on that, and then I will probably eventually do a comparison between the two. If that is something that you wanna see, leave a comment below and let me know. So now we got it back in place, and I can definitely feel a difference. It's just gotta take some breaking in and get used to it again. But hopefully we're gonna avoid having that sight cut into my sensitive tummy. But I definitely think this is gonna work and do the job. So the Clinger cushion is great. It's been working for me 4.5 years, and it doesn't stink. I'm very impressed with that. I'm very surprised, actually. It's a great option if you're looking for something to give your holster some cushion, then the Clinger cushion is a great option. The dots, I couldn't say how well they work. I'm sure that they'll be just fine. You can spread them out and give it a nice even distribution. I'm sure that they will be just fine. I just prefer using this method because I have it, so might as well use it. But as far as I know, I can't put, even though this isn't a firearm, this is an accessory to a holster to a firearm, I probably still can't leave a link to it in the description because YouTube sucks. But if you're watching this on Rumble, there will be a link in the description to the Clinger pads, and anything that you can get on Amazon, like the Velcro or the sights. As of right now, I'm allowed to link those in the description. So those will be there. Those won't cost you anything extra to use them. Do help out the channel just a tiny bit when you do use them. So I'm sure this video has gotten plenty long enough, so we're just gonna wrap it up here, and we'll catch you on the next project. See ya.